Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player. Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for Tuesday, the 15th of January, 2019, just after 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. So we have a mixed day in the stock market. Now, for those of you that get my twice daily updates, one of the things I wrote is today is a day very important. You could embed, which means you convert the momentum into bullish. It rarely occurs with all four taking place on the same day, and yet that could be the case. To stop that, the market would have to break. We'll see if that occurs or not. As you can see, you're starting to slip back a little bit in the metals as the dollar has been gaining some strength today at the expense of the euro. But there's so much uncertainty in Europe because the Brexit vote starts today. I think at 1 o'clock Chicago time, the first votes begin. Now, there's a series of votes today, but it gets decided in terms of what's going to happen. The size of the loss, you heard what I said. Miss May's not going to win. It's going to be the size of the loss, according to many analysts, that will determine the fate of Brexit and what next takes place. That's pretty unusual to hear, but that's the words that they're saying. You're getting a nice bounce on the energy markets. Part of what's going on is the word China is coming into play, where they're going to do some tax cuts and some fee cuts and allow local governments there to start issuing bonds for infrastructure play because they're slowing down so much. And of course, grain market's still under pressure as the government shut down. No business with China. Where are you going with all that? That becomes a key issue. Now, the U.S. Producer Price Index came out, and final demand was up 0.2. They expected, it was down 0.2, I'm sorry. They expected it down 0.1, so it came in a little worse. The December PPI, ex-food and energy, came in at 0. They expected it up 0.2, and personal consumption down 0.2. In essence, I give the report a D. New York Fed State Empire Survey recap. Plus 3.9, they expected 11. Employment index, plus 7.4, prior was 26.1. Orders index, half, not even that, a third of what it was last time. You can go through these numbers. They're not pretty. Another report that's not good. As I said, the slowdown in China's economy is now being forecast to be met by stimulus measures. We knew this would come. The question is, what are they going to be worth? They're thinking about $296 billion. Remember, they just added stimulus to the market in another way. And let me come back to that. In another way when they cut the reserve ratio. So that's the next step. Our Commerce Department's coming out and telling us the reports that won't be issued. The all-important Christmas sales report. We're not going to get it. Don't know when it's coming out. Personal income and spending. Don't know when that's coming out because the government's still shut down. Germany's stats office is saying that Germany did manage to avoid going into a technical recession. They did manage to put in a slow growth of 1.5% this year, but it is the slowest growth since 2013, in large part because their largest trading partner, China, has seen a massive slowdown. I've written already about all this morning, and I'm covering these markets. I got here really early today, and I'm covering these markets in detail. I'm putting the finishing touches on a special report that I'm putting out on the U.S. dollar index, and I think it's a good time to get this out. Now, I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow. I'm deciding now. I'd like to see the Brexit and how that comes out to tie things together. But we cover reports on all these different markets, and if you haven't seen them, you should. Trading in futures is partial. You've got to get an idea of what's going on, what the trade's looking for, things of that nature. How do you get it? Well, generally from commodity people. And no, what you get free on the internet, I read it all. If you think that's good commodity reports, great for you. I think we can offer you something that you should look at. And give us a call. You can go to our website, sign up for it, or you can click right here. Another thing, remember, 8:30 every morning, that's before I do these, I put out an update covering 40 charts You need a user ID and password with trade ideas galore in it. I'm not allowed to do it on YouTube and even on my open website. I can put it there, but you need a user ID and password to get to it. I'll show you how to do that in the next coming days. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day.